Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This video is going to be talking about where the hell has Tyrese's group gone, and when will they return? She take my money when I'm in need. Yeah, she's a trifling friend indeed. Oh, she's a gold digger, way over time, that digs on me. So it's true, I'm not going to win any awards for singing, but sometimes I like to do it. Torture you guys. It's all good fun. Anyway, let's get down to the topic at hand. So it's going to be, what the hell happened in Tyrese's group, and when will they return? So, we last saw them while Rick was freaking out in the premiere of the start of the second half of the season, where, you know, he was just going nuts, and Tyrese is like, all right, after this noise, I am out of here. So at this point, Robert Kirkman says they have left the prison. Where they've gone exactly, well, we don't really know. I assume that the events between Rick losing his mind and the governor attacking is probably within about a day or two away, wouldn't you think? I mean, you wouldn't think it'd be that far apart because Rick's walking around outside. Well, okay, so you see him lose his mind, they leave, and then we cut to the next episode. And then you have Rick and he's sort of on watch. You know, as remember Glenn said, he's like, who's on watch? It was supposed to be Rick, wasn't it? And then he just like walks off into the forest outside, you know, the fence, because he's losing his mind. So we probably would think that would probably either be like the next day or like 2 days later, or not very much longer after they've gone. So they couldn't have gotten that far because obviously traveling in a zombie apocalypse has to be kind of slow. If you think about, you know, you can't really like, the roads are all going to have like crash cars on them and stuff like that. So in order to, even if you hitch or you steal a car or whatever, it's going to be difficult because then you're going to have to push cars out of the way, and you're going to have to, you know, kind of a lot of time either stop or just have a lot of stops in the way of wherever the hell you're going to go. And they didn't really seem like they had any ideas of where they were going to go. They were just kind of aimlessly just like walking and looking. Also, Rick's group had been, you know, going around all winter, that area, and, you know, getting any supplies they could find within any houses. So in terms of Tyrese's group, I mean, I assume they're probably going to be pretty low on supplies. We don't know whether or not Rick's group gave them any food or anything. They may have given them a little bit, but, you know, that's all speculation at this point. But what I'm really saying is I don't think they could have gotten that far away. So that being said, they probably would have heard the gunfight and everything, all the craziness that was going on in the last episode. And at that point, they probably would turn around, don't you think? I mean, if they're a day away or something, or by walk on foot, they couldn't have gotten that far. I mean, how many miles could a big gunfight like that be heard for? I mean, I guess it's kind of difficult to say. They could be out of range in terms of sound at this point, but I like to think they're probably close enough to have at least heard that or gotten wind that something was going on, maybe try to head back. However, we haven't seen them in any of the previews, so maybe not right away, but I expect them to return probably within the next 3 to 4 episodes at least, because the biggest problem with Rick's group that we got to see in the last episode is that they're really, like, they have almost nobody. I mean, Daryl and Merle will add to their numbers to fight against the governor, but I was rewatching season 3 with Jess a couple days ago, and in the third episode, Andrea, I forgot this, but she asked one of the women inside of Woodbury how many people are in the community, and there's actually 73 people. Whether or not that's counting Andrea and Michelle, I don't know, but at least like 70, let's say. Out of them, 6 were killed, the governor said, so we're still looking at like 60 plus people. Now, a lot of them are not going to be fighters, but a good number of them probably will be. And who's Rick got? I mean, without Daryl and Merle, he's got Glenn, Maggie, Herschel with 1 foot. You know, he's useless, basically. Carl, just a kid, you know, even though he's tough for a kid. Beth, I mean, she just looks awkward holding any kind of gun. You know, it's ridiculous. I mean, who else am I missing? Carol, Axel was killed. You know, Carol also looks strange holding a firearm, I think, although it suits her more than the others because she's older, so it's kind of like, I don't want to sound sexist here, but you guys understand what I'm saying. Like, Beth is like, the gun's bigger than her, you know? Carl, the same thing. You know, it's like, how can they fire these high-power rifles? Like, their accuracy is going to be terrible. We also don't know what happened to the guy from Woodbury that was driving the truck into, you know, the gates and then releasing all the zombies, or girl, whoever, whatever it is. So we got to think that they will capture them, or maybe they could get away in the confusion of everything. I mean, it's possible that that person could have run away because they were all preoccupied. You know, Rick's got walkers coming at him. Herschel's over there. They're trying to get him. Glenn's coming back. They could have just gotten away. I mean, really, if you think about it, because there's walkers all over the place, so it makes sense. Also, they're going to have a lot of walkers coming in now because of the shootout and everything, so you got to think that they're going to have to be pegging them off pretty soon, and that'll take a little bit. So I don't really know where they're going with the next couple episodes, and with regards to Tyrese's group. Nothing in the previews has really mentioned them, but I assume they'll probably come back in at least a few episodes because they need more. They need more fighters, you know, and even him, and maybe, you know, whoever else who's with him that would be a decent fighter. I mean, he's got what, 2 guys with him, Ben and then Alan, I think, isn't it? And then his sister, is it, or daughter? I think it's his sister. So they could all, like the 4 of them, could really help out a lot. I mean, really add some weight to Rick's group and really give him a better chance of survival. So I think definitely by the season finale, they're going to return, definitely. But, you know, what would be a different, interesting direction would be as if Tyreese didn't join Rick's group because he already thinks he's nuts. He thinks he's apeshit crazy. So, I mean, but then why would they introduce him just to have him leave and then not be shown again? You know, that would be weak if they did that. So he's got to come back, or they got to do something interesting with him. Have him, you know, show a scene with him, a group somewhere else or something, or at least get to see what's going on with them and to have them come back into the story later. And it wouldn't make sense for them to join the governor's side or anything like that. So I think eventually he'll have to join Rick's group, whether or not he thinks he's crazy or whatever. Or at least his group will have to. Anyway, that's pretty much all I think about it. He'll be back by the season finale, I bet you. It's just a prediction. I don't have any. I'm trying to avoid spoilers this season. Last season was brutal. Everything was spoiled for me last season, and this season, I'm proud to say I've been able to avoid it. No stupid Blu-ray releases with details. Like, if you guys don't know, last season, they released the Blu-ray description, and it says Shane's last episode. And that was like four episodes before the finale. It was like episode 8 or something that they wrote that in the Blu-ray. And of course it got leaked online, so everybody heard about it. It was like, God damn it, ruined it. Totally ruined it, man. Oh well. We all knew it was going to happen sooner or later. Anyway, that's pretty much all I got to say about this topic. Expect to see him back pretty soon. Let me know what you guys think about it. When you think we'll see him? What do you think is going to happen with his group? I think he'll join Rick's group right away. Do you think maybe they'll have him come back, but maybe he'll be separated off on the other side of the prison? They'll keep him away, and you know that makes sense. I think with to do it with them and Merle, you know, keep him separate too. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. We'll see you for the next one. This is Trev, saying peace.